What is up, everyone? It's Impact Easy, and we are about to play a classic. This is Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice version 11.33.3. We are about to play as Finland, and I've played Finland a few times on my own in my own time, and they're definitely a challenge. We're going to prolong the Winter War if we survive. So we're not going to make concessions with the Soviet Union to end that war. We're going to fight it out. And then we'll see if we want to join the Axis. I don't want to make a plan just yet, because as this game unfolds, that plan might change. We'll see. But if you're interested in this game and you're interested in seeing other series up on the channel, I do have a Turkey, Italy, and a Venezuela campaign. We had to use the no neutrality mod for the Venezuela campaign. I mean, anything in South America, or I guess there's a lot of countries you would have to use it for, unless you wanted to. I don't know how to cheese the game too bad when it comes to neutrality, but I know how to lower my neutrality. But if I wanted to play Venezuela without using the no neutrality cheat, you'd probably be waiting till 45 until you were able to attack anyone by the time your neutrality was low enough. I might be wrong on that. I'm just thinking like it would take a long time. So, and I find just the no neutrality cheat just speeds things up. So we're going to be playing as Finland. And I know this isn't Hearts of Iron 4. I enjoy the game, but if you're going to put both these games in front of me, I would pick 3 every day. There are parts of 4 that I do enjoy more, but when it comes down to the overall experience, I think Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice is a far more enjoyable game, at least for me and my playstyle. So let's start up as Finland, and we'll see if we can survive the Winter War. There is a defensive strat that we're going to use, and that's going to involve putting pillboxes, level 10 pillboxes on not all of the territories, in strategic spots along the Russian border that will help us defend the line until we're able to build up at least a reasonable force to maybe make a push. Because we're never going to make an army as big as the Soviet Union. I mean, I could be wrong. I think they have the biggest army in the game, biggest army and air force in the game. So you're never going to match their forces, but if we have good enough forces that are trained enough, hopefully we can at least make a push and carve ourselves out a nice little chunk of northern Soviet Union and help Germany out with the war. Or we can join the Allies. I don't know. We'll see. But then if we're the Allies, I don't know how that would work with the Winter War. Well, I guess technically Soviet Union won't be an ally, so the Allies might go to war with Soviet Union. I don't know how that would work. That's an interesting... I wouldn't be able to join the Allies unless I was at peace. Right. So our only real option is to join the Axis. Unless we make concessions with the Winter War and wait to attack Soviet Union. I don't know how that would work. I might have to look into that because I don't want to plan to do that and then something doesn't work out. But we're going to plan for now to join the Axis. But if I can make the Allies go to war with the Comintern, we're going to do that. So first things first, we're going to gather up all of our units and let's bring them into this tile here. And the reason for that is because I don't want any units in these urban tiles. Urban tiles give us 1 point of attrition. So all these units that are sitting in the city are getting attrition, and that's going to affect our manpower. It's also going to affect our IC because we're going to have to reinforce our units through IC. So it's what I usually do is I'll put all my units into one tile and organize them there and figure out what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of some of these guys as well because we don't need any of these HQs. All these HQs are going to do is raise up consumer goods. I mean, we're going to reorganize the army when war is about to break out. But for now, for the next few years, because the Winter War isn't until November 30th, 39, so there's no reason to have these units. There are AT and artillery here. So we might want to, like, how hard do we want to micro this? I'll keep the artillery and anti-tank because they're such an easy unit to build as it is. Well, it's 321. I mean, it's... All right, let's get everyone in. We're going to micro this to the max. I mean, you're playing Hearts of Iron 3. You're going to be microing. And that's one of the things I enjoy over Hearts of Iron 4. I find, you can have a Germany campaign last a month. I mean, depending on how much time you put in. It's not uncommon for a campaign in Hearts of Iron 3 to last well into the weeks, even if you're playing it every day. But Hearts of Iron 4, I mean, you could do a world conquest map in a weekend. So there's definitely an ease of gameplay when it comes to Hearts of Iron 4 that isn't in here. And I do like the micro aspect. One of my favorite things with playing with Italy is reforming or reorganizing the military, because they start off with such an abysmal, and their army starts in such an abysmal state. All right, so we're going to get rid of all these. I'm not going to keep these AT guns, or should I? I say I should, and then I'm going to keep them. We're going to delete the garrison units, but we're going to keep the AT guns. All these guys can go. And there might be some hiding somewhere. Yeah, I'm not going to... Yeah, we got to actually strategic redeploy them. All right, we'll get everybody there, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. Because a lot of our armies need to be... Oh, they need an AT gun. Well, they're going to get one from the garrison. A lot of our units are kind of like a mishmash, like these elite light infantry. I don't like those. I'd much rather have what's missing in artillery and an anti-tank gun. I would much rather have either one of those over the elite light infantry. And like this unit here, there's no reason why this needs to have a light infantry battalion inside of a ski infantry battalion. So we're going to take him out and give him his own actual unit. Same with the elite light infantry, and we're not going to keep those. I've never been a huge fan of those. So diplomacy, we're going to keep this on automatic trade until something drastic needs to happen. But trade, I don't want to get too involved with that. I can just slow down gameplay. But we're going to do all of our decisions. All right, so Germany will be on normal. Everyone's going to be on normal except... I'm going to skip this. I'm not a huge fan of leader backstory. I get what they were doing. I just never got involved with it. I have used it before. I don't know. I guess it really depends on the country I'm playing, or if I really want to get that deep into any sort of stats that the country is going to be lacking. But I mean, Japan's going to be normal. China is going to be hard. They're still going to get steamrolled, but at least it might take a couple more weeks. 200 there. Yeah, like any country that even the Soviet Union, I might actually take a leader backstory just to help with, I don't know, I can't remember what some of the stats you can get, but even officers or unity, because you don't start off with great unity in the beginning. We're not going to do anything here. We'll activate that. We're going to go long-term for the money. Now, I've kind of struggled with this. I don't know if I want to lower my neutrality or economic spying. And the reason why I would want to lower my neutrality is to get the better laws quicker. If I'm going to do it, I need to do it now. Or I can do economic spying with 1% IC efficiency. I think we're going to go with reduced neutrality, and hopefully we can get... I'm trying to think, once Germany annexes Austria, then we would be able to change our laws. So is this going to help us before then? I don't think it will. I think economic is going to be the better option here. All right, I'm not going to do anything in here. All I'm going to do is switch it to reinforce or upgrades. Make sure our army is as updated as possible. Technology, this is where things are going to... We're going to have to kind of decide on what we want to do. I'm going to be doing... Sorry, I'm kind of fighting a cold here, so I might sound a little bit more nasally than normal. And if any sniffling I do, which I will try to keep that low as well. Sorry, we're not going to do any 36 techs. I need to get our army up to date. So we're going to do steel armor casting because we have to upgrade we have to research armor to be able to research anti-tank guns. So we kind of have to put points into armor. So we need to get our armor casting out. Rare materials we're going to have to do as well. Once we get all of the, like, we're going to take Census tabulation machine. Census tabulation machine. Because that's like one of the most important techs in the game. Agriculture, definitely going to need some manpower fighting the Soviet Union. We're not going to take advanced land defense because we're not going to have time to build fortresses. Level 10 pillboxes will do just fine. You'd have to be in a pretty rough spot for you to need anything else. I mean, I would take fortresses because they are good. They're amazing. HQ, I want to make sure that our provincial AA is good as well. Armor, yep. We're going to be pretty far behind on that. We already have Arctic warfare equipment, which is great. Yeah, make sure our ATs are up to snuff, definitely. Because that's what's going to hurt us probably is the Soviet armor coming in. Blitzkrieg, not much in here that I need. Deep battle doctrine, yep. And eventually we'll get no, we don't want that just yet. Eventually we'll get the choice on which doctrine we want to prioritize, and it's going to be superior firepower. And the main reason for that is getting that extra battalion in your brigade, or the extra brigade in your battalion. Getting those AA guns in there is a huge help. Yeah, all this stuff is way far behind. We're stuck in World War II here, or World War I. Mountain training, because that's actually going to help our ski troops. I mean, you never know. We might be fighting in mountains. I don't know if there's any mountains around us. I don't think so. But I think it's an easy tech to take. It's 6, but it would be nice to maybe even get mountain troops. We'll see. All right. Let's get all of these 36s on. We need to upgrade oil and rare material for sure. I'm not going to do seaports or airports. I'm going to do airports, actually. We'll do that one time. Take some body armor. Airplanes we're probably not going to focus on. I would like to, but I don't think we're going to have the time to build them. We could buy them, depending on our money situation. Yeah, this is... Superior firepower is, I think, in my opinion, the best doctrine you can have. Maybe it depends on who you're playing. But it is very good. The Grand Battle as well, especially for this whole Grand Battle plan, you got a lot of good stuff right here. And same with these two techs as well. So I would either take, my two best would be Grand Battle Plan and Superior Firepower. Blitzkrieg is probably my least favorite, just because a lot of it focuses on aircraft and tanks, which are important, but I don't really use, even as Germany or any country with a lot of air power, I technically don't use them as much as I would like, because either I forget about them or like I'll use them for a few volleys, they'll get damaged, and then I'll just forget about them. Because they take so long to reorganize and replenish that I just end up forgetting about them. All right, so 68. I'm going to take a few off of here because I want to put a couple into spies. 2 should be fine. I almost want to min-max my spies right now just to get a few into... We'll keep 5 here just so something's being researched. It's only going to be for a couple days anyways. Because we need spies to raise our national unity. And laws, we're just going to... Okay, land forces are already at specialist. And basic training is fine for everything else. We do need to do our ministers. So silent workhorse is good. We'll keep that. Hopefully we got some good people in here. I'd like that leadership modifier, but this daily descent change is going to affect our IC. So we're going to pick national unity changes right there. All right. Because I need to get this up. We're at 70 right now. It's not abysmal, but it's definitely not ideal. All right, we'll take Mr. Carl A. Fagerholm. And it looks like the democratic socialism movement is the popular vote, just shy the socialist social conservatism is 31 against 34. Leadership modifier, more national unity. What else? We have money. Manpower would be nice. We'd have to switch this out before war hit. Pretty much we have to, do we want leadership or manpower? I think we need leadership. For now. Let's get our army, let's get our tech up to date, and then we can probably switch that out for manpower, because it is only 2.5%. No, we have a 5% here. I wouldn't take him. I would take this guy here. So it is 2.5%. So it's not a huge jump. And then we would have to go back once war hits, because we definitely don't want minus 10% land organization during war. Jeez, Minister of the Sciences, you guys need to be... Why is this guy... Look at him. You minus 2.5% leadership for the Minister of Sciences. We're going to have to take this guy. I mean, research efficiency plus 10. At least he's got something. Head of intelligence. We're going to have to pick a navy. All right. Land build time. That's good. National manpower plus 10. Here we go. Also, the head of government has a construction practical delay. That's going to help us a lot when it comes to our pillbox building. All right, we'll just pick one of these guys. I don't want... I don't want less money for less supplies, because we need money right now. Yeah, that's what we just picked. Navy doesn't really matter. We'll just pick a socialist. Just because they're the major group here. And we'll pick another socialist. Try and get as many socialists in office as possible so that we don't get... We'll see how it affects our political party. All right, intelligence. We're just going to be focusing on ourselves. I'm going to move these down and then raise national unity at priority. I don't know if it really matters. I'm just going to put everything on full blast. We're not going to do any spying on anyone else. Let's just worry about ourselves for now. And I think we can start the game. For at least a day. Okay, we're going to take rebels. Not a huge fan of rebels, but in a small country like this, I mean, if I was playing at Germany, I would have no issue with taking the money hit to get rid of them because I find revolts extremely tedious, and later on in the game, they can ruin your game, and it's just annoying. No matter what you do, you just can't get rid of them. But for a small country like Finland, we should be able to control them. We're going to reorganize the war ministry. We'll sign that. All this, we're going to focus on... What do we want to focus on? Probably our ground forces. I was going to go with economy or science. I mean, economy would be nice. I wonder what gives us manpower. Three tiers, so what's that? 2 years to reach, I think it's max. The focus alone will not spawn buildings. Only ministers do, but having ministers that fit the focus doubles their rate of building creation. Convert ops on your capital, right. All right, well, let's do science for now. We're going to do diesel cast armor, I think. We don't have any specialties right now. Gasoline and diesel are the same, and industry, yeah, we're going to do cast just because it's a bit quicker if we do build tanks. So light aircraft, diesel, engine, cast armor. And aircraft carriers doesn't matter. Any more? Yeah, our mixed support. We're not going to be using mixed support. The only time I would ever consider using mixed support is like with a super minor nation where you really don't have the equipment to build full divisions. Okay, we're just waiting for everyone to get here. Oh, we need to get, before we move on, Jesus, we got to do the most important thing. We're going to play on easy with resource experience. This was introduced in this update with Black Ice. I get what they're doing here. I just find it, again, trade has always been the least exciting thing. I'll only do manual trading if I get into a situation where I really need something. Or if I'm trying to affect diplomatic, like as Germany, I'll try and get as much trade as I can with Russia. So just because they're going to give it to me for one. Second, to keep that relation up in case I want to delay the war a little bit. So we're going to go on easy. And we need to get our pillboxes up. So let's get one in here. We already have 2 fortresses and 2 pillboxes and this is a really good province. So we're going to build here. Let's get on infrastructure. And then we're going to build on this tile as well. So now we're going to have a river. We're going to be in a forest, which is going to give us 0.5 defense. And then plus the pillboxes. And we already have 2 pillboxes here. So that's going to help. So up here, what we could do is, well, we're going to do this because we have 4 fortresses here. Wow. Definitely want to take that. And instead of going up this line, we're going to take this tile. The only reason I would want to do all of these, because we only have 2 tiles then to worry about where they're going to be attacking from. If we're going to be defending this province, so now they have an opportunity to attack on 2 sides. But the time it would take to build pillboxes in all 3 of these provinces, I don't know if we're going to have enough. We would have enough time for it, but it's going to delay us even farther with our infantry. Because we need to get these pillboxes up and running as soon as possible. So we can start worrying about getting actual ground troops on the battlefield. So anywhere that we have open infrastructure with the Soviet Union here, we're going to build a pillbox. Level 10. Up here, we actually have an Arctic province, which is an attrition of 7. It's actually the most atrocious. Arctic is the most atrocious biome, I guess, that you can have in the game. So we definitely, yeah, it's not ideal to be up there, but we have to sit up there to defend that border. So I just want to double check this. So we have you, yep. Here, yes. It's there. There's nowhere else. That's awesome. We already have 4 fortresses here. That's going to be like an unbreakable province. We even have some decent infrastructure as well. We could build some infrastructure up to our units because, as you can see, it's pretty bad. But again, that's going to be a later... That's low on the priority list. Right now, I want these pillboxes being built. And let's see how bad that was. So we have some spies. So we're raising our national unity. So we don't need all this. We'll keep maybe 1.5. We'll go to 32 with technology. Because I don't like researching a tech at like 30% efficiency. I like to keep this number as close to 0 as possible. 1.5 might be enough to just at least keep up the spies to affect our country. For aircraft, we have a light bomber, a fighter bomber, and 2 interceptors. And with our navy, 2 coastal battleships, 3 motor torpedo boats, and what's that? 5 coastal submarines. So we're not going to be able to face the Russian Navy or Air Force for that matter. They're going to bring in bombers, they're going to bomb the hell out of us, and there's not much that we're going to be able to do. I would like to put AA guns in here. It's just our IC, we have priorities to build. Our priorities are getting those pillboxes up and then getting land forces enough to actually defend those provinces. And as time goes on, maybe we can, there's no way, I don't think there's a reason to even worry about an air force because we're never going to stack up against Russia. They literally have hundreds. I have to remember how many aircraft they have. It's got to be in the hundreds of aircraft. So we're never going to compare to them. So instead of trying to build an air force, maybe we can try and defend our cities through building up AA guns or something else. But that's later on. We need every IC going into our defenses and our army right now. Good manpower. We like that. Just waiting for everyone to get down here. It's going to be a little bit. Got 3 more units. We could start at least taking out these units that we're not using. I'm just going to go through and take out everything that's either not a normal division, i.e. the infantry division like this. This is how we're going to build our divisions. A little bit, I want that, yeah. All these brigades are going to be in our division, just not in that order. Not that the order matters, but for my OCD's sake, the recon won't be here. It'll be above the engineer. So that's going to be the standard division that we're making. So anything that's not one of those is going to be taken out. And these garrisons we're going to take out as well. Nope. I don't want to... You got to make sure you delete the right unit. Yeah. So we're just going to clean up the army. Get them to a point that we're able to kind of merge everything in. And then we should be set. And then we'll have to build the units that actually we want to use to build out this unit. The only thing I want out of here is the AT gun. This is also giving us manpower. I mean, I'd much rather have 400 or 800 men off of these heavy artillery and in the manpower pool, because they're not doing much on those heavy artillery units. So what we're doing now is I've separated all of our units into categories of what they're missing. And we do have, so the garrison units that we've, the garrison units that did have garrison units in them, we actually have some units that are needing exactly what they are missing. So we have a full squad here. That is great. So I'm going to move them down to this tile. All of our completed units, yes, are going to come down here. And what we need to do actually before we continue is connect everyone to the HQ. Yeah, and then all we need to do is give the HQ someone with logistics expert. It's not going to be a huge buff to the army, but it's going to be better than nothing for now, because we're not going to build any other leadership structure at this point. The only reason we still have our level 5 here is because he has a political leader in there. Otherwise, he would be gone. I even need to put our army and navy with them as well, because they're soaking up supplies sitting here. Okay, so they already are. They are. That's good. Okay, let's take off auto assign. We're going to unassign all leaders and just give him this guy. Actually, I think there's a level 2, so we're going to do that. Well, actually, no, sorry. Let's give him the level 3. You're going to take the level 2. Even though no one's connected to him right now, at least he's ready to go. All right, so you guys are fully equipped. Yes. So we'll just bring you down here. So we have 3 units of artillery and anti-tank and 2 anti-tank brigades. I think all these guys are missing is anti-tank, so we can get at least 2 of these guys done. You're going to need one of these guys. And we will sign this again. All right, we're saving IC there. So we have artillery, anti-tank, armored car, light vehicle. I don't like how this one's using a ton of fuel. But I'm not going to disband them to build more. We'll just keep them in the army. It'll be fine. Yeah, we just need those anti-tank units out of here. I might just build some units and just we'll build units that don't have artillery and anti-tank, and we'll just build around them. But here we need 8 anti-tank units. Right? Okay, so we need 8 anti-tank brigades. All right, so that will fill out these guys. You need everything but artillery and anti-tank. And the regiment as well. All right. Oh, we need to go into division. Why can't I build this? Do I have to go in manually? There we go. I think it's because this was a template. All right, that should be good for him. You guys need engineers and anti-tank. And you're going to need 3 of those. A lot of our units, if not all of them, have elite or veteran headquarters, so I like that. You need anti-tank and recon. Okay. A lot of mishmash stuff. But we'll get them in the fighting spirit. All right, so anti-tank and artillery, we have those already. And we need 2 of those. The amount of IC we're saving, even with the artillery and anti-tank, is pretty good. I mean, that's almost 5 IC that we're saving. All right, 2 of those. And then that should be it. I'm not going to put on... I'll put on new stuff when we are almost finished with what we're building now. I don't want to put on a bunch of divisions at this point because by the time they come off the queue, they're going to be outdated. I do have this unit up here, pretty much just partisan fighting. We did have a few partisans light up recently. And yeah, we got another one. Luckily, these guys are a lot closer to a unit. And let's make sure nobody's in a tile that's going to cause attrition. Nope. Not our... Oh, he's in the woods. He's fine. All right, now we're just going to sit here and let tech come off. And yeah, we don't need all that in espionage. Just going to wait for tech to come off and production and try and build up our force while dealing with partisans. All right, so we've made it to January 1st, 1937, and not much has been going on. We've just been getting our pillboxes out, and we've done a ton of technology. It may not look like it. We're still at 56, but a lot of our tech was before 36. So every time something that would be researched, if it wasn't at 36, I would boost it up at the top. So we still have a lot of 36 still left on the queue. But the thing with 37 is there isn't much to do. I still got to do these as well. We'll get those at the top. 37 is a pretty slow year when it comes to tech unless you have an Air Force, Navy. But we're not going to have much to do in 37, so this will let us catch up. We're going to do that just because it's a quick tech and just get it off the queue. I don't know if we need mountain warfare equipment because as you can see, there's not really any mountains around. There is well, these are hills, so that would affect, but it's mainly forest. We do have some hills up here that we might want to worry about. So maybe we do want mountain warfare. It's a lot of time to research. So I guess we'll get it on just so we can have it. We're not going to deal any of this. We could go through... Yeah, we're going to have some 37s in our doctrines. Operating doctrines are still at 36. We've went from 18 to 36. So it's all been upgraded, but now it's got to be upgraded again to become actually modern. So we have done a lot of research. It's just everything was just trying to catch up to 36. But now that 37 is a slow year for tech, by the end of 37, we're going to have more leadership, then we know what to do with. Basing we're not going to do. We can see the plans. We're probably not going to build anything. We're not going to get the university by any means. I would love the university, but money and supplies. Mass events. Yeah, we can get rid of that. Artillery barrel might be past now. No, it's still in 33. Wow. Okay, put it at the top. It did open up text for us in artillery. Yeah. We're still trying to catch up here. So we'll do our... I don't know if we need a party rally. Minus 15% money till January. So for a full year. Yeah, sure. And we're going to go short term this time. And we're going to go with economic again. Once 38 strikes, we're going to get some better laws coming in. That's probably still behind. We need those pre-war defensive positions. That's going to be a good one for us. Yeah, we need all of these pre-war constructions so that we can get to the armor, to research the armor, to upgrade our anti-tank guns. Okay, we're going to take railway. Industry, nice. We'll definitely be upgrading that again. That can go. Industry's at 34, so up at the top. Yeah, so stuff's starting to come off now. Especially in our nation techs and construction. A lot of this stuff is going to be finished soon. Pre-calculating artillery, that's a good one. It's also behind. Division HQ, that should be passed. No, it's 37. Engineer unit will be passed. Let's get you at the... No, assault coordination. You're modern. Where was... Yeah, I need this on the queue. I'm not going to take this. It's kind of a... It's not... Well, it's... For us, it's a waste of money. With this... With... not Russia. Finland. We're going to be fighting Soviet Union. Airport capabilities, we're going to take that off. That should be enough for now. So our head of state just died. So now we have this gentleman here who is not too bad. He's not very popular. He's got national revolt risk +2. But the IC and resources are going to be good. His party also doesn't like him as well. Special forces unit, that can go down. Armored cars is a one-off. Do we have any decisions? Yes. So we're going to take small entertainment show. That's going to help with our customer goods. It's going to lower that. Make the people a bit more happy. And they don't need as many toasters to make them enjoy their day. Yeah, no new laws. We're just waiting for tech and pillboxes. Pretty much the name of the game for now. All right, so we got our first line of AT guns coming off, which is nice. And we're still working on pillboxes, but at least we're at the point where we're starting to get some units fully upgraded. We're still just working on our technology and just waiting around, dealing with a few rebels. Nothing too crazy. What did that open up? Armor 2. We do have just a bit of a surplus. We have we're under 0.1. This should open it up now. Industries at 38. So now we're at a surplus of leadership, at least with tech. So that will give us a bit of breathing room now. All right, another full division. Good. Spear, firepower, and blitzkrieg. Yeah, that opened up a 38 tech. Divisional command we'll use. And it doesn't need to go at the top because we have the room for it. More partisans. Good grief. These guys don't stop. And let's move these guys over here. Let's move them closer to the front. That way they don't have as much travel time when they're full. Artillery barrels still need some work. All right, so our operating doctrines are up to date, which is going to be pretty huge for us. A lot of our tech is good. We only have 24 that needs to come off, and we're researching everything. So this, by the time 38 comes around, we should be pretty good. 38 is going to be a busy year. It's always a busy year for tech, but getting all of this stuff off before that is going to be a great help, just so we can put it all back on in 38. But we have basic anti-tank ammunition coming on now. We don't even know how to make basic tank ammunition, anti-tank ammunition. So that, I think once we research this, it'll actually give us the ability to make AT guns. I just want to double check this. 38 can go. Yep, all these can go. I'm just putting it all into spies. We don't need leaders, and we do need... All right, let's give them some here. I don't know what we're building for AT guns right now. If it's an actual... So it is. It's not just an AT rifle anymore. That's good. And then they should all be being upgraded, the ones that we just put in. Might not be there yet. Good, it is. They're still being upgraded, though. Range finding equipment. And artillery barrel ammunition. Yeah, a lot of stuff... Motorcycle, that's just a one-off. A lot of stuff's coming off. The research is going to... a lot of stuff's coming off our research, so a lot of things are going to be needed to be upgraded. Surprisingly, only about 5% of our 5 IC are being put towards that. But I guess when you're talking about only having 42 IC, it's a pretty big percentage just going into research. But, I mean, we need it. Armaments factory, we'll take that. I think that gives us manpower. Mountain unit training that can come off. Yeah, we don't need a ton of it going into diplomacy. Light armor. I think that means operation. Yeah, these two are open. We're not going to be building any armor, but I want to get them on the queue. Maybe we will build armor. I don't know. I can't imagine building armor. It'd probably be better just to buy it. Really. I don't even know what our... Let's see. Our theory is 12.7. automotive theory. I mean, it's not terrible. Armor practical is 0, though. It'd almost be better just to buy it. Buy it from Germany or America or something. Recon communication, that can come off. And then we have to deal with some more partisans. Oh, they landed right on top of us. Smart. Now, after 38 as well, we're going to switch our focus to economy. Because we don't need the science right now. We're at max. That land on... No, we're up here. Yeah, we're not... We're at max of our science ability right now. Well, at least in 38. We're going to have a lot of spies. But that's fine. Once we're actually at war with the Soviet Union, then maybe we can do some covert options or some military spying as well. That's another great tech right there. Not much going on with decisions or our laws. What I would like is these guys being able to attack quicker. All right, let's get you back down. Infantry support tank. Let's get you back down here. And we'll use our actual unit to fight the partisans. Our actual partisan fighting unit, just the cavalry. If it wasn't for that, I would have disbanded them in the beginning. Not a huge fan of cavalry. Motorization of the cavalry, no thank you. Another AT gun, and that's the last one for at least that stack there. And our pillboxes are almost done. It's February 7th, so it's taken about a month and a week to build one pillbox. We'll definitely have the pillboxes finished before the war. All right, it's January 1938. I'm going to end the episode here. When we come back, we're going to do our techs and get ready for 1938. We'll do our decisions. And this is where the ball's going to start rolling with Germany. So our laws are going to change, and we should be able to pump out a little bit more when it comes to our industry. So if you guys want to join me on that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to everyone later. Have a good day. Bye for now.